Hi, I'm Sonnet with Sonnet's Garden Blooms. I want to welcome you all to my channel. Today you're in store for a real treat. We are doing a booth restock here at the Yield Goat. So I'm going to take you along, show you how I do that. I hope you enjoy. I also want to give a shout out to a viewer out there, Lori from Oshkosh. When I was doing my booth restock, she stopped by and said hello. So it was great meeting you. I love chatting with different people who do view my channel, so that's awesome. If you haven't been here before, my channel is all about thrift hauls, thrift flips, a day in the life of a small business owner. So if you haven't done so yet and you do enjoy videos like this, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, turn on your bell notifications so you'll be notified every Monday and Friday when I do upload a video. And I hope you enjoyed today's video. So I'm heading to the Yield Goat and we are going to do a semi-booth reset. I took out all of the holiday items about a week and a half ago, got that done, and now I have to figure out how I want to arrange it. I definitely want to do like a booth flip, move some stuff around, make it look different, and decide what big pieces I truly, like new pieces I want to add to the booth. I'm trying to come up with like a springy type theme, and so I priced a bunch of smalls. A lot sold through the holidays and continue to sell, so I'm going to add that currently and try to sometimes when I'm at the booth I just start brainstorming and get a vision. I have a lot of pieces of furniture that I need to flip, and some really awesome colors I want to add to some of those pieces. So let's go ahead, get in the booth, and start from there.
Here is a quick peek at what my booth looked like prior to me doing this booth refresh. And here, I being at the end of an aisle, I always end up with other people's items in my booth. People must think, oh, I don't want them, and they just set them down. So as you can see in here, the table was the centerpiece. I had everything kind of centerized. That was the last restock. I did have 2 matching mirrors, and those sold. Then I moved 2 matching windows. Those sold. So we're going to change this up, and we're going to create little vignettes in here today. So I'm going to show you how I do that. To start, I am going to take this French door that I've used in several different ways in my booth, and currently I use it to house all my 33-inch barn quilts. I'm going to use that as a divider, so I'm going to put that directly in the center, and we are going to create 2 separate little vignettes within the booth. When doing this, it just takes a lot of rearranging. You got to move a lot of items, and it can be a pain. So you can see I'm moving everything from one side of the booth to the other. But it's good to do this because it allows you to do the complete refresh. You rearrange everything. It just makes you move everything and touch everything, and gives you that complete reset. Next, we're going to move the table. How I'm doing this is I want to create, in one of the vignettes, I'm going to take the table and chairs, and I am going to take and move that all the way down. So not only am I moving the table down, I'm moving the area rug, which is on quite a few of the items on the other end of the booth as well, because it was in the center. So that took a little finagling, got it down though, and sometimes it can be a little difficult to do this all by yourself. You just have to be strategic and figure out what you all need to do and move. And most of the items I'm able to move myself. They're not too heavy, just kind of bulky, and it would be much easier to have somebody. Unfortunately, I didn't have anybody here to help me today. So the next dilemma, where to position this table. I had to try to envision in my head how I wanted it. In the end, I loved how it turned out.
You're okay making noise. It's fine.
Okay. set things up, aren't you?
I know, and I'm like, okay, gosh, I have to take everything out. You know, it's just, I want it to look fresh and new, and
Yeah.
so, and I have a whole bunch, my whole truck is all full, so I'm like, I gotta get the pieces set, and then I can add.
I'm in your way here.
No, that's okay.
I just noticed that. I
Oh,
apologize.
don't worry, don't worry. That's why I can edit that all out.
I have to move this shelf that I had in the center of the booth as well. That was kind of holding up putting that French door directly in the center. So what I'm doing is removing that, and I'm going to move it down once I get the other half of the booth all set up. And you can see I thought it was going to be directly in the center. It's actually over just a hair, because on the other side I do have 2 benches, and I'm going to put those in like an L shape to make like a little sitting area. So back over by the table, if you remember my heart that I made earlier, you can find that video, how I made that. I'm starting to create the vignette here on this side. So I'm arranging the chairs, I'm adding pillows, I'm going to start adding other items to the table to create this little mini vignette. So now I'm unboxing all the smalls that I had brought from home. I'm going to arrange them all on the table, and from there I am going to start placing them throughout the booth. This just lets me visualize what I all brought and where I want to put it. So now I'm starting to arrange some of those smalls in this little vignette over on the other side of the booth. And if you remember from one of my recent hauls, I found all of that pretty glassware. I put that all on the shelf. And because of the red walls, it blended a bit. So I decided to put those white pictures behind it to really make it pop. This area is one of my favorites, and eventually I will take out the plaid pillows and put in some spring pillows. Now to finish off this area, I just start going and pulling items and start putting them back where I think they should go. This French door I'm going to continue to use as a housing area for my 33-inch barn quilts. I do like to have a variety in my booth. They are quite bulky, so to have many of them throughout the booth is just not an option. Typically, I take one and put it in a strategic area to showcase it, and then have the rest in that area. And I'm just going to then start rearranging other areas of the booth as well, and start placing items about. I also like to showcase my round barn quilts and my 22 inchers. So I put one on each of them, and then I just add a bunch of smalls throughout the display. I love this area, and like I said, it is by far one of my favorite areas of the booth, and I just think it turned out perfect. So here is a peek of what the booth looks like so far. I will be coming back and adding more. If you don't already know, I do have my own merch. My friend created this piece and I absolutely love them. I will be having those available on my website shortly as well. But I just love how everything, just moving a few items, just really changes the whole look of the booth. And I will be coming back and rearranging a few more items, so I'll show you that later on in the video. But so far, this is where we have it set. Like I said, I just love how everything looks different, and a lot of the pieces, actually all the pieces, I didn't really take out any pieces from my booth, just rearranging them a bit and making it all look different and unique by just moving them about. Again, I just love all the glassware. I'm going to be so sad when that sells, but happy. There's a love-hate relationship with that because I love how it looks, but I know it's going to sell. And then the benches, I love those benches. And if you remember, I got those benches at a haul that I did over the summer. Here is this portion of the booth, and the whole booth just looks so fresh and just refreshed. I love it. So what are you guys all thinking at this point? I absolutely love how I divided the booth off, created the 2 vignettes, added smalls throughout. You're going to also see on the other side tomorrow when I come back and I rearrange that portion of it and give that a whole facelift as well. It's amazing just moving things about, adding a new piece here or there just really refreshes the booth and changes it up, and things will definitely sell just by moving them. We're coming to the goat. We are trying to do the final step of the booth restock, and hopefully somebody, oh, they're here. I knew they would be, but I was nervous, so I am going to do the restock. So here is a peek of what it looks like currently. And again, just like I did with the other half of the booth, I have to rearrange some items to move things about. My vision here is I'm going to take this piece and move it into the center, and we're taking that centerpiece and we're going to pull it down. I think it's going to look good together because that buffet or that potting bench that I have is very rustic, very much like that kitchen table on that end. I try not to take a lot of items off of these pieces, just move them so that nothing gets broke as I'm moving them. Then we're going to take the blue dresser. Initially, I thought right next to that buffet, but then I thought, nope, I'm going to put that plant stand there with the multiple shelves and then put the blue dresser. I love it, and it just takes some finagling exactly how I want it, and then I'm just going to put the pieces back or throughout the whole booth. It's just, I am loving just by adding this one piece to my booth, how different it looks, and rearranging some of those big pieces. It just makes it look very fresh and different. So just some finishing touches throughout the booth, and I think it will be complete. At this point, I'm going to continue to add items throughout the next couple weeks to add more spring to my booth, but at this point, it is set. So as I complete the final touches to my booth, my daughter Caitlin grabbed the camera and she is doing a quick video of the final booth transformation for you all. I hope you enjoy.
So what did you guys all think? I hope you enjoyed that. It was so much fun coming up with a new idea for my booth. Now for Friday's video, I'm going to show you Water Street Vintage's booth restock. So you're gonna see that. And this week, I don't know if you have seen any other videos out there about the Anthropologie dupes, but I have been inspired since I've seen this dresser by Anthropologie, and Debbie from DIY did her own version of it, and I want to do that to 2 different dressers. So this week I am doing the Anthropologie dupe, so that will be Monday's video. So I am going to use different molds from IOD, and I am going to try to recreate my own version of the Anthropologie dresser that cost $1,500. So I ended up getting the dressers for free out of the garbage. So you're gonna see my transformation. I hope you guys all enjoy your week, and I look forward to seeing you on Friday. Bye.